The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the individual guests and hosts and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast. All content provided on this podcast is for informational, educational, and most importantly, entertainment purposes only.
I will be a rock star. I will be a monster.
Where it happened at? Live from Bedford Stuyvesant, the livest. Live from Bedford Stuyvesant, the livest. Where it happened at? Brownfield 718. Sin City, nah, Drill City. It's a dynasty, thanks to Sean Carter.
In audio.
We live at Bedford Stuyvesant, and my name is Lady Supreme.
And I'm Reese.
I'm Donna. Today we're doing lupus awareness. And the first thing I want to say is a lot of times they get confused with other diseases, and they'll tell you have certain things that you don't actually have because it's hard to diagnose it because a lot of the diseases have the same symptoms. And also a lot of it deals with your autoimmune system, from what I'm told, and inflammation. So first I got diagnosed with the systemic lupus, but there is other types of lupus out there that a lot of people are unaware of, because I'm still learning about a lot of things too at every as days go by. So we also, recently in the last 2 years, I got diagnosed with lupus nephritis that attacks the kidneys, and discoid lupus, which causes hair loss in the scalp, and it also causes you to have rashes on your face and your ears and other body parts. Everybody's different. So you could be going through one thing one day, and then the next day you could wake up and go through something totally different. That's one. Two, you could look at me now and think I'm fine, but I could be feeling horrible because right now I'm in pain, but you wouldn't know because I'm not showing you that. And also, if you see certain things, you never assume, because you don't know what the person's going through. There's a lot of times when I get an accessoride, and a lot of the other customers and a lot of the patients that's in there already looking at me like, oh, well, she's doing an accessoride. Oh, these young girls taking advantage of the system, and they don't know half of what I'm going through. They actually walking better than me. At home at night, in the middle of the night, 10 o'clock, every night, I can't walk to get from the bathroom. The bathroom could be right here. My bed could be right here. There's literally times where I have to crawl to get to the bathroom because my knee goes out on me. If it's not the knee, it's the ankle. And like I said, every day is different. And when it rains, that's the worst for me. I don't know about other people. When it rains, I have rheumatoid arthritis that kicks in. So I feel the most pain, and I'm having the worst day ever than a normal day if it's sunny and it's a beautiful day. So it's like I said, it's a lot that we go through that a lot of people don't know, or that a lot of people go through and they're scared to share. And there's a lot of help out there. That's another thing I want to address that a lot of people don't know about. There's support groups. As we go along through the podcast, Lady Supreme and also Reese would also explain to you certain numbers or hotlines or programs, support groups that they know about that I'm not really having the knowledge of. But they'll share what they know about with that. But there's hotlines, there's stuff out there that could help you. You don't have to be inside and be depressed and be stressed and be thinking that there's no hope for you. There's hope. There's faith over fear. That's one of the symbols that I shared with online from Lupus Foundation. There's also, I believe it's called Self, that I just Googled today. I found out about something called Self, where you could enroll in, that helps you and it mails you information on lupus every time something new comes up. There's magazines out called Lupus Now. And also Google. Be friendly with Google. Because a lot of times you don't know stuff.
Be careful with Google.
But be careful with Google, too.
Because not everything on Google is accurate. And each one of us is our own unique fingerprint. And that's something that they don't share. They don't tell us that.
Okay.
And what my story is, it may be different from your story. What you
Right.
can tolerate, I cannot. What medications you're on, I'm not. So it's very different for each one of us. And our lifestyles are different. How we manage is different. How we function is different. How we parent is different.
Mm-hmm.
And people look at us and judge, as you said.
Mm-hmm.
I get judged a lot because I don't look like somebody who's sick.
Right, exactly.
But if you knew my story, you'd be like, well, how did you make it out of bed this morning?
Thank you.
So I feel you. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, it's about empowering other people that look like us. They have a voice. Teaching them that they have a voice.
Right.
And the best advocate is you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stand for less. Why would you?
Right.
That's true.
And another thing I wanted to touch too is the medications that they're giving us.
Don't get me started on that.
We all have our own stories about that. But I was told recently I got to try to start like herbal stuff and plant-based stuff because a lot of these medications, the side effects is actually worse than our actual problem that we started out with before getting the medication.
And then you need a medication for that side effects for that
Thank
medication.
you. It's added diseases because of the hydroxychloroquine. I'm saying it right?
Plaquenil.
The Plaquenil. Because of me taking Plaquenil for my lupus, I now have cataracts in both eyes.
Wow.
So another thing I got through another medication is called Hashimoto's. It's a thyroid disease.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is the rheumatoid arthritis that I also got from Plaquenil.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something else. Well, blood pressure. I already had high blood pressure. There's something else I got through that too. I don't remember right now. Maybe
Diet
before.
also plays a part, ma'am.
It does.
I knew this was gonna happen. Yes. Okay. For everyone that's on medication, exercise and dieting is also a big part of it. If you're eating the wrong foods, it's gonna make your condition worse. So
So what foods should you stay away from?
you know what? Soda is number one.
Yeah.
So are you going to stay away from sodas?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get there. And
Processed
also.
food?
Yes, and also a lot of fast foods, Chinese pizza, McDonald's, KFC.
Who still eats KFC? Do you still eat KFC these days?
I don't.
We're on live.
I don't eat meat.
We're
I'm
live.
a vegan.
We're live, Reese.
Do you?
Lady Supreme, we're live. Yes, it's okay. Let's keep it real because I'm not going to sugarcoat anything and act like I'm not this person when I am. I have I won't claim it because a lot of people say don't claim it. I won't say addiction, but when I get stressed or when I'm depressed, yeah, I don't smoke, I don't drink, but I eat. And it's like my comfort zone. So if I'm stressed or I have a problem and I can't solve it.
That you eat for your comfort because what you're consuming is not helping you.
Right.
Nope.
So like what I did now, I tried certain salads and I like French dressing. So because I don't like salad, I don't like tomatoes unless I put a little
You're not supposed to be eating tomatoes. They're high in inflammation.
Oh, I can't win. Oh, I didn't do my research. I just thought salad was good for you. And
salad is good, but it's what you're putting in the salad.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing fruits? Are you doing vegetables? Are you doing protein? What type of protein? And again, everything is different for every person.
Right.
Okay. With me, I just use a little vinegar and lemon juice.
Yep.
Okay. I heard about the vinegar, using the vinegar on the salad instead.
It tastes good when you mix it up. You put a little, herbs in there if you want, but the store-bought stuff ain't really good for us.
Right.
So I try to stay away from that stuff. Like, I cook a lot of plant-based meals.
Right.
I eat palm trees. You ever eat palm trees?
Yeah.
They're good. Yeah.
But I've tried the herbal teas, like my family being Jamaican and everything. They told me about the sorrel, and also I think it's called Cerisi. Something called Cerisi. Cerisi, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I've tried the herbal teas.
Different bitter bushes.
Yeah.
That's supposed to clean out the blood and help you.
Exactly.
Right.
I know about that.
Well, back to the medication. I'm on about 25 different medications for each organ in my body. But I don't take them like I'm supposed to. I replace them with natural herbs, doing my own research.
Okay.
But I do take them, like if I'm having a flare-up, I take certain medications, and some I don't. You know, some I stop completely. The one you mentioned, the hydroxychloroquine.
Hydroxychloroquine,
Right.
yes.
I can't take that because my blood cells is too low.
Right.
Because I used to take, I don't know if y'all ever, chemo injections. You ever?
I've
heard of it.
Right. So I was on that for like 7 years. And then my cells dropped, and the doctor took me off, and then I just never took it again.
Okay.
You know, my hair was falling out. They wanted to give me injections in my scalp, but I didn't take it. What about you guys?
they asked me to get injections in my scalp too, but I told them I'll just stick with the cream for now because I wanted to monitor it to see if it's going to get better, if it's going to get worse. Because there's this hairdresser I used to go to from when I was 15. She gave me a dropper. I got to get the name of it, but all I know is she told me to try it first before paying her. And if it works, then I could come back for an actual bottle. She gave me a sample. And it actually worked. In the spots where my hair was falling out, I just drop it. It's like little, droppers, like ear drops or eye drops or whatever. And it grew back within, I'd say 2 weeks the most.
Wow.
So it's ways of working around it. And like she said, it depends on you and how your hair type and how your scalp is. Because it might not work for certain people. It might work for certain people. So with the healers, I didn't get the injections, and I'm glad I didn't, because there's also a cream that they gave me. It's painful. Yeah.
Injections are painful.
Yeah. It's also a cream they gave me. It's 2 creams, Bethomensalite, and also I'm gonna get the Tacromin fluid. That's 2. One is a liquid and one is a lotion. That's also good for the scalp too. And you got to stop using certain types of shampoo. You got to basically everything, the shampoo, the conditioner, and also, well, I don't know about other people, but I know I can't braid anymore. I can't get braids anymore. Because it's eating up it's pulling of the scalp and all of that is not. And the next thing too, I just recently found out 2 years prior that you could also get other types of lupus after being diagnosed with the systemic lupus. Because I just recently got diagnosed with lupus nephritis that affects the kidneys, and the discoid, like I told you about, that affects the skin. And the lupus nephritis, it came out of nowhere.
How does it make you feel?
Horrible. Because I feel pain in my stomach, and I'm thinking it's coming because I used to trouble with gallstones. So I'm like, I know I removed certain gallstones, but I didn't remove the gallbladder, because a lot of people say they removed the gallbladder and everything's fine after that. I don't know about all of that. All I know is with the kidneys, it's painful. It is. It's a lot of pain. And then recently I got a CAT scan, and they found 2 lesions on my liver.
Yes.
I never even knew that you could have a lesion on your liver.
It's called fatty liver disease.
Right, that's what you was explaining to me earlier.
And then that's what makes you have to change your diet drastically.
Right.
I have 22 lesions on my liver. My liver is completely done at this point. But
I have 11.
So it's one of those things that makes you, fatty liver disease is no joke. You have to change. No processed food, no oils, no fried foods. It's serious. I've ended up in a hospital a couple of times because of it, because my body has rejected food.
Right. Yeah, there was a time where it was like 3 weeks, I believe, I wasn't eating. And everything I was drinking, I was just throwing up, vomiting.
What put me on to just doing liquid stuff, liquid teas, soups. And that's how I started, and also losing the weight as well.
And it's like my body's going through so much things. I don't know which one is the one, which one I could say, because I assumed it was the acid reflux that they recently told me, and the GERD that I had. I didn't know it was the actual liver and the kidney trying to fight,
You thought pregnancy was one thing, but when them pains start to hit, it's completely different.
So the pain is different from before you got
regular
diagnosed.
lupus pain. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The
kidney pain is big.
The side when women menstruate, their cramps and their feelings, it's magnified 10 times that. If any one of you had natural labor, you would want labor again. than to deal with
compared
these
to the kidney
Yes.
pains.
See, I had my children before I was diagnosed, so I didn't experience
And
that.
that's a blessing because I had my oldest, she's 19, and I had 2 more after.
Right.
And I had severe complications with the last one. I came off all my medication.
Wow.
And the things that was dangerous, yes. But there's no proof or reassurance that my babies are going to be okay. with all
Right.
this
While
medication
you're
that they're
taking the
giving me.
medication,
It's
yeah.
one thing, you can harm me, but you're not going to harm my children.
Right.
So if we don't dig deeper into what the after effects of when you had Erica, they told you this could happen.
Right.
There was no way, but they're already speaking negatively
About it.
I wasn't taking those chances because there was no blood test that they could tell me concretely. I know your baby is going to be 100%. He or she is going to function 5, have all 20 toes, 10 toes, or everything, eyes, everything. No, they couldn't tell me that. So therefore, I approached it differently. And that was my way of approaching it. And
Right.
again, everybody is different. So
how was your eyes?
my eyes was open. I have sensitivity to light. Being on I think I've been on Plaquenil for the last 16 years now.
What is that?
That's the hydroxychloroquine. They
That's
have a
the
generic name
name.
and yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So when you have insurance problems,
Mm-hmm.
you want Plaquenil.
Well, me,
Hydrochloroquine gonna cost you a little bit more.
No, yeah.
my eyes was fine until I told them I had lupus. So you think I let them give me anything? No. Because all these years, y'all told me I was fine. Now all of a sudden, my diagnosis, I got all these things. No.
But that's the number one go-to for inflammation is the Plaquenil. That and the steroids, and then with being on prednisone, put on weight.
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope with those. With those steroids, you can't get off of them.
How long are you on the steroids?
I was on it from the time I was diagnosed. I took myself off of it in 2017 after I had my knee replaced. Because that's the other thing they don't tell you, how much lupus damages your joints. So I've already had 13 surgeries because of lupus.
Wow.
So yes, my left knee is completely
I just recently got back on prednisone because I was in remission a couple years ago, and
Get off.
But when I got a flare up, the rheumatologist
That's
put
the
me back on.
They're gonna put you on a 7-day. They're gonna walk you down on a 7-pack. They're gonna hit hard and fast. But the damages that it does to your organs and inside of you, and it's that Band-Aid. It's that quick relief. Learn how to deal with the pain. Go to sleep if you need to. Hot showers if you have to. But the medication.
Could you say that again? What that medication is?
Prednisone. It's a steroid.
And I mean, it's a thing that they use all the time. Whether you have asthma, it's a quick release to open up your lungs to calm any inflammation in the body. But the thing about it is what it does after the complications that it causes after the aftermath, the weight, is catastrophic. Like for women especially, it does more harm than good.
So do y'all take the one for 5 days? You got to take the 10 pill the first day and you go all the way down to one?
That's a 7-day
Oh,
pack.
that's the one that
Right.
wean off.
They
Yeah.
hit hard and fast.
So do you take the one where you got to take every day?
I don't
Did you
take
ever take that?
any of them anymore. Since 2017, I took myself off of those medications.
So I gotta try to wean off of that.
Yeah, I found something called milk thistle. It's a plant, and it also helps with autoimmune support and liver, and dandelion root. So those are my soup. I blend them together. It's a herbal tea. Make my own tea bags, and that's what I drink first thing in the morning.
Every day?
Every day.
Do you drink tea?
You're just staying on me today. Well, I drink peppermint tea. I don't drink the herbal tea.
Habits is what I'm saying. It's okay, Miss Donna.
I like tea.
I like teas though, but I don't think I'm gonna have a problem with the herbal teas. I just gotta, like I said, do my research and find out which one is
What
the
works
best.
for you.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have a problem with
That's
that.
the key component. What works for you?
Yeah.
So what sweetener do you use?
Oh. You know what?
You're in trouble. You're in the hot seat today.
Well, like I said, I was told to stop using as much sugar as I was using before. So instead of before I got diagnosed, I was using 4. So now I use 2. Then I was told I could use Splenda and what's the other one? Equal, I believe it's called. Instead of using Domino's, because that's what I usually use is Domino sugar.
Well, the Equal ain't no good either. That's artificial
That's what
sugar.
I was just about to say. But today I found out just don't use sugar at all because even Equal and Splenda is.
Yeah, you got to stay away from sugar, alcohol, and tobacco.
Well, alcohol and tobacco I don't do, but sugar, yeah, I'm definitely sugar soda. That's what I got to work on in my diet.
Wow.
That's what
You can do it, though.
Thank you. I believe I can.
Day by
Yeah.
day, you just gotta replace the bad habits with something positive.
Mm-hmm.
Do you work out?
Yeah, and I love music, so instead
do
of
too.
ordering Grubhub and doing all this stuff, I put on my music when I try to fight the way to order the food. So
you have urges.
yeah, cravings and like you know when you're pregnant and you crave a certain. That's me with the.
But that's an emotional pull. So what makes you decide that that's what you need? Is got to be something going on. Is it the way you're feeling that day because of being sick?
Yeah, it depends. Because like I said, if I'm stressed out about a certain thing, it could be anything. I feel, I got to order this. Oh, I got to drink this. Like with me,
so I eat
it's
ice
certain types of
24/7,
sodas.
so-
It can't be no other soda.
Ice. I eat ice 24/7.
Oh, ice.
Like ice.
Yeah, with me, it got to be either Orange Sunkist or Great Welch's. It won't be, or the pineapple Fanta. But you can't give me a Coca-Cola, you can't give me a Sprite, or you can't give me
That
a
burn don't bother you. It burns the back of my throat. That's why I don't drink soda.
Sometimes it does. It does like a little acid thing, but I guess I got used to it because I don't let it bother me because the taste is so good.
So you replace Pepsi with those sodas?
No, well,
Or
I
you
never
never drank
drank.
Pepsi?
Yeah, those are, like I said, I have certain ones. Like it's even with McDonald's. I'll know the other things that I eat from there is I like the taste, but if it's not a number one, the Big Mac meal, I'm not gonna order it. No, I just have certain cravings. Like when people pregnant, like I said, they crave ice cream. Some people crave pickles. I have certain things like with the Chinese. If it ain't rib tips or General Tussauds, I stop the chickens and French fries. But if it ain't that, I'm not ordering it.
Mine's is the ice. But I'm highly anemic. But I'm not.
I just recently got anemic, so now
I'm
my
not
iron is like.
anymore because those things hurt.
I just had my first one.
No, thank you.
I never
And
did
I
that.
had
What
an
is
allergic
infusions?
reaction.
Is
They
what?
had to
What is the
poke me up.
infusions? Like an IV? What is that?
It's an IV.
Yeah.
They sit you in, and it takes about 2 hours. So I had to do blood and the iron mixed together. So
Yeah.
it's 2 different setups like this. But when it's going in, what they don't tell you, oh yeah, you're anemic, you need to go for iron
Right.
infusions, and you go and you think everything is nice. Now you have to pray to God that somebody could find these veins, because if you have small veins or a vein that is too deep, you need a nurse, which is chemo nurses are the best ones for that type of situation. But the other problem is the minute it hits, it's burning going inside. And that's the other thing that they don't talk about when, oh yeah, go get your iron infusion, sweetie. You're just a little bit anemic and it's dangerous for you to be out here. No. It hurts. It's painful. And in the aftermath of it, when you can't get up and you're feverish or you're chilled or whatever, and they quickly trying to send you out that door.
And
you don't
then
have somebody with you.
if it don't take, you got to take another one. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I'm not.
Because they need those levels to go up. I've been hospitalized a couple of times or yelled at because I've been walking around with blood levels as 4. And my doctor's like, no, ma'am.
Especially on top of your cycle, too.
Well, that's not even beginning because they can't even figure out mine lasts for 3 weeks. So, yeah, they still can't figure out what's going on with that. But these are the things we endure. And we walk around, you dropping your daughter, you doing what you doing, and I have my children, and they think we look healthy, normal young ladies out here doing what we do, and they have no idea of the 30 things we have to do before we get out the door.
Right.
You know what? One thing that really gets on my nerves? They be like, "Oh, you don't look sick.
Oh,
you don't look sick.
What does a sick person look like?"
I know what death look like, but I don't know what sick look like.
I go through that so much with the accessoride. I go through that more with accessoride than I do just walking my daughter to school.
But now, from people.
In the neighborhood now, they're more used to it because I open now. I have my voice. Before I used to be when I first got diagnosed.
And quiet. Yes.
Yeah, but now it's like okay, because they, especially with my left leg, they see my leg and they be like, "What happened? Oh, what's going on?" And I said, "No, I have lupus. So the leg is swelling up today. It's not a good day or whatever." And it's crazy because usually I don't feel pain. For years, my left leg has swollen, but now that I got diagnosed with the nephritis, starting to feel pain in the left leg.
I've never known not to have a joint pain. I live in pain
I've
24/7.
I just walk on
I
it.
have to teach my kids how to hug mommy, and even that, you have different ages of children. You have to break that down so they can comprehend what the illness is and what it's doing to mommy and why mommy needs to take a nap and why mommy has to lay down and why mommy can't go on that trip.
Right.
So there's a lot of disappointment that our children face too from us.
And that's what I was talking to you about. I wanted to bring my daughter on today, but because of the time frame, I couldn't do it. But she was talking to me about another segment, that if we could possibly do another one where we let the kids speak out on what they go through as being children of parents with lupus.
Because we don't know what it looked like from their lens.
And
that's a question that I ask every day, especially when you have a 19-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 9-year-old boy. He's the only boy in the house. Right? And it looks different. And he has such a big heart. And he's like, no, mommy, it's okay. I could do my homework. Okay, mommy, you need me to bring.
Yeah, they try to help you instead of you helping them.
And you feel bad. The guilt that you feel from it is something that it's
my grandson is my best friend, and he always helps me.
My daughter's the same way.
My kids be at work, but my grandson, he step up for his grandmother. He be like, Grandma, I'm going to take care of you. I love hearing that.
And when I feel like I can't go no further, can't go on, she said, Mommy, don't give up. She's like, you got this.
That was Leilani when I first, and she was in that school. She was like, no, we need to do a fundraiser. Mommy, we need to do this. We need to do that.
Yep.
And
she got a cell phone now. And I be at my doctor's appointment calling her. Africa, they about to do. She said, Mommy, don't worry. Mommy, you're going to raise your pressure up. Don't let your blood pressure get high. And I be listening to her like, okay. And then I get calm.
But that's your support. That's your love. That's your blessing. And for a lot of people to understand, our kids are our strength. That's why we get up and repeat. And getting up is hard because when we get down, the easiest thing for anybody like us is to lay down.
Yeah, and stay there.
And a lot of things I want to tell other people, too, that have lupus. Don't let nobody discourage you on what you can do and what you cannot do. They told me I could never walk again
I've been there.
after I had my daughter.
I've been there a couple of times. And you saw that.
Yeah.
You saw me as small as when I had Anna and coming to your school with her, dropping her in the struggle, and sometimes her godmother had to take her.
Yeah.
And I had no support system.
I was paralyzed from the neck down, and I had on a diaper. People feeding me, my visitors coming to feed me, washing my hair. I couldn't do nothing. Only thing I ain't like, they don't know how to floss teeth. You know what I'm saying? I floss my teeth, you know? They don't floss teeth.
They didn't floss for you?
No. I was like, you're not going to floss my teeth? They was like, we don't have none. I'm like, Dad.
Oh, you got to get floss again.
Yeah, floss my teeth.
You got to find a reason to smile.
Yes.
You got to find a reason
I didn't used to smile before.
Yeah, when I first got diagnosed,
I
never smiled.
Because I didn't have nothing to smile about.
You still have life. You still... When I first got diagnosed, they paired me with this beautiful woman, and may she rest in peace. And she said, baby, I'm going to tell you the truth. If you want to live with this illness, you can, but you have to make a choice.
Right.
You have to mourn who you were because you are not that person
anymore.
And become who you want to be with this illness. And you transform every 6 months because this illness takes just a little bit more than you're willing to give. It takes a lot. It takes relationships. It takes children from you. It takes so much. And if you don't know how to balance it, how to have love in your heart, and how to really embrace what you have and zone everybody out, because everybody got something to say about what you have. But nobody don't live your truth.
Truth, yeah.
I'm not a type that's into, like, celebrity lives like that. But I know when I got diagnosed, I had a rash from head to toe. This when swine flu was out. They put me in quarantine for 2 weeks. They had people coming, picking my skin, scraping it because they didn't know what just was happening. Because one person said lupus, one person said no because it don't cover the whole body. But me, I was blessed with the whole body. After that, my doctor said we're going to do a biopsy. They did the biopsy. She calls me. She like, come in. You know, I'm coming in, my happy self. She like, you have lupus. Now, the only thing I heard about lupus was Tony Braxton.
Right.
So I got really upset. I was like, oh, I'm going to die, and was throwing up all over the place and couldn't stop. So she kept giving me needles in my butt to stop it, but it wouldn't stop. Finally, it stopped. You think I stopped doing my life? No, I was in denial. I was smoking my cigarettes, my weed, drinking. About 4 years later, bow.
It got worse.
Yes, out of nowhere, because I didn't listen. I didn't go to the doctor and everything. And this when I had to open my eyes, like, this is really serious. I got to do what I got to do. I ain't listen again. Once I felt better, I went back to my normal routine.
It took 3 years before they could diagnose me.
Woo.
3 years before
Took
they
them about
figured out.
Yeah, it took them about a year with me.
I couldn't walk. I couldn't move. I was on my mother's couch.
Wow.
Yep. First they thought it was sickle cell. Then they thought it was hepatitis. Then what's the other one? They thought it was serogens. And then they found out it was lupus. Because they was like, they all have the same symptoms. And,
because it's autoimmune. And the only way for them to do it is the ANA. And then when they do that, there's still no, it's not like when you do cancer, oh, okay, you have breast cancer.
Right.
Or you have lung cancer. It's still no concrete way of saying, oh, okay, this is lupus. So we know what we're dealing with. No, they still don't know. It's
because you could have more than one disease at the same time.
Yeah, that's where my problem lies.
Autoimmune. It mimics and it looks and they think and it shifts. It's a sneaky, nasty illness.
Yeah.
It is.
It is. That's why people say it's a form of cancer because of that, which we know it's not.
Right.
But it's up there. You know, we need more research on it. You understand?
And we also need to stop being in denial about what we have.
Exactly, that too.
We need to stop hiding
it.
A lot of
because
people
you could go
wear
through
it. It's a badge of honor. This is what I have.
You go through something and somebody around you, whether it's a friend, a coworker, or a family member, if they don't know what you're going through, how are they going to help you? If an ambulance come and they ask them questions, I
don't even know if it's help. Sometimes people have their own things that they're battling with. And they don't know what questions to ask or they're too afraid. And sometimes you just need somebody to say, it's okay, sweetheart, I have what you have.
They don't do that. They be like, oh, you know, my sister died from that. Oh, you know, my brother died from that. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
I got it. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm not even thinking about death. Don't tell me that. So I just stand there and look and be like, did you really say that? I'm sorry they happened, but I don't want to hear that. I'm trying to live.
Like Reese said, there's a lot of things that we go through and we feel, oh, it's the worst or whatever, but there's people out there that's going through worse than us.
True.
That's why I want to tell a lot of people, too, you can't give up. Because sometimes when I first got diagnosed, I didn't want to come outside because of my leg. I was like, everybody going to look at my leg. They're going to be like, oh, look at Donna. Look what happened to Donna. She used to be all... And then now...
But
if it wasn't for my grandmother,
you can say that.
But with this one, my grandmother helped me because she's what made me push to come out of the house because she was saying, "Oh, you're complaining about your leg being swollen. There's people out there that don't have legs. That's in wheelchairs that wish they had a leg to be swollen."
Well, so I'll be having pictures but she with said one leg big and the other leg regular.
Oh yeah, right now
look good
the left leg is swollen. That's how the left leg looks.
That's right.
But on a regular day, so right now I have to wear size 11, but I'm actually a size 9.
You got to do what you got to do to make yourself comfortable. You don't owe anybody any explanations on that. So it's just...
Like I said, you can't give up because one thing is going on. There's somebody out there worse than you. So if they could do it, you could do it.
I'm going to always keep myself up. Even if I got one strand of hair. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep myself up.
Even with the walks. There's walks that you could do. There's lupus walks. They're out in October and May, right?
Yes.
October and May.
Is lupus, not October. May 10th is...
Yeah, May 10th is Lupus Weird Day. Yeah, or Lupus World Day. And they have the walks, I believe it's... Every year I've been going to the South Street Seaport. I think the pier changes, but... You could easily Google it to find out what pier they're doing in that year or whatever. And also, besides the walks, there's something else.
Molly Foundation.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know about that.
It's an amazing lupus foundation. And they have things every day. Wednesdays, they usually have Share Your Story.
Okay.
And even the people who run it, some of them have lupus, and they stand up and they share their story.
Oh, that's great.
Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta get into that.
And there's also 4 different support groups
on Facebook.
On Facebook,
too.
I'm in a few.
Yeah, she was telling me about that.
I'm
too.
in a few.
Okay, I'm gonna get.
Yeah, and every time somebody have anything wrong with their body, they post it. They're not afraid
Right.
to show their sisters.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's what I want to try to start doing because in the beginning I was like, in the house, just
Did you ever have a butterfly rash on your face?
Not on my face,
On my leg.
but
I had one on my leg.
But okay, this is what I don't know because I'm a little bit confused. Does it look like a butterfly or is it just a regular rash?
Yes, it looked like a butterfly. Goes like
oh, so I never had it.
Like you got on a mask.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I never had that. I've had like inside my ear, there's like little rashes in there.
Yeah, I mean, they go differently, but the big ones do spread out.
Okay. Yeah, it hasn't got to that big, that part.
And it's crusty and it itches.
Yeah, you see, and even this thing on my lip too.
Well, what kind of soap do y'all use? I use only natural products.
Right now I'm using Aveeno or Dove.
Oh, no.
Because I use the fragrance free because my daughter has eczema, so I'm going by that. But what soap should I be using? What soap
natural,
do you use?
So I use Dr. Natural, Dr. Brown. Because if you, like I have an app on my phone called Yuka, and it scans cosmetics and food. So before I put anything on my body, I scan it. If it doesn't show 100, I'm not buying it, and it's not going on my skin at all.
100% on.
Yes, it has
natural.
to. It's not going on my skin.
Okay.
And it also gives you options when there's something bad. Let me show you. Like this soap right here. You see what it says? 3 out of 100 bad. 3 out of 100. So on the app, it shows you everything that's in it. And then look, it gives you recommendations. Look at the recommendations.
Oh, shea butter.
Yes.
Yeah, shea butter is very good.
You understand?
Yes.
So if it ain't...
so like that.
Yes.
Sorry to cut you. That type of shampoo I could use? Like if it's shea buttered?
Or
just a soap?
You asking me, I would scan it on here and if it tell you that, then that's what you use. If
you don't want to tell me the wrong thing.
100% don't use it. That's all I do. Like, look, I do everything, even my hand soap. I don't want anything on my body because, those type of commercial soaps,
certain hand
it
soaps
dries
too.
out your moisture. You understand? And then you got to put a lot of oils to replace it. We don't have time to do that. So you got to use soap
it's harder
and
for us to fight off certain things than a regular normal person,
So this is what I use for my hair. Rosemary,
mint leave-in.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I use. It's excellent. It gives me everything. If these people say it's bad, I ain't touching it. I don't care what nobody say. Dove is one of those soaps that we knew for a very long time.
From
yes.
younger.
Because my daughter told me to stop using that too a while ago. She was like, oh, no. And
what about your face? What do you put on your face?
Well, I use Ambi.
Okay.
Soap and water.
I don't use soap on my face.
What you use?
Just plain alkaline water. I brush my teeth with alkaline water.
But I didn't hear you say nothing negative about Ambi, so Ambi's okay?
No, it's skin bad on here. It's skin bad. I skimmed that already. It's skin bad. Yes, it did. But I only use alkaline water on my face and my mouth. I don't use tap water. I only wash with tap water. Only certain parts of my body get washed with tap water. I like my alkaline water.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It just... It's just
different.
Yes, it responds. I drink it too, so it responds different. It keeps me very much hot. You know how that soda tastes to you, and it's good. That's how the water tastes to me. Yes. If it ain't alkaline and I taste it, I don't want it.
That's me and my ice.
I don't want it.
Yeah, ice.
I just got an ice machine.
We would be the best of friends. You be talking, I be crunch, crunch, crunch.
And I only put alkaline water in it, so yeah, you can come over and eat my ice. I don't want it. If it ain't good, I don't want it.
The sun and me is not friends, so everything.
The
sun,
the sun burns my skin.
We're supposed to put sunscreen right before because I always forget to do that.
100 proof.
Okay.
That's what I have to use, and I have to apply every hour.
Right.
Yeah.
So this summer I totally forgot. I was like, I hope.
I just don't go outside.
What about your appointments and your laundry and stuff?
I got umbrellas and stuff, but I wait till the sun go down.
Yeah, I have a few of those too.
I got my little special umbrella. I wait till the sun go down before I go outside.
And I know, but with the light, even in the house, I'd be like, y'all finished with the light? I could turn off the light now? I was like, the light's too bright.
I went to Puerto Rico, even with all my sunscreen, and still got burnt.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah. And those burns, they burn. They
burn.
So I understand when somebody is in the burn unit and how they feel because you got to use the burn cream. Yes.
Wow.
Even with my truck, I had to go to DMV, which a lot of people don't know that you can get an exempt for that with your illness.
Oh.
Yeah, I have my sticker right in my windshield so I can go get my tints as dark as I need them to protect me from that sun.
Yeah.
And now you can get a weed license. You know that with lupus.
Oh, yeah?
Before, yes, you couldn't get it with marijuana.
Well, they say it's not weed, but there's a new pill called Loop Kindness that I'm taking for the lupus nephritis, the kidney one that I got diagnosed recently. But it's crazy because when I got diagnosed with the lupus nephritis, they said, "Oh, you're gonna have to get on dialysis. You're gonna have to do chemotherapy." And my aunt, God rest her soul, Aunt Lindy was like, There's pills out there that you could ask your doctor for a waiver and you could try a sample. And if it works, you don't have to do chemotherapy and you don't have to do dialysis. And I asked the doctor for that waiver that she told me about because she used to be a nurse. And sure enough, what everybody's paying thousands of dollars for that my insurance don't cover, I'm getting for free.
Did not tell you about that inside.
Nobody else would.
Nobody knows how to ask for these things.
Yeah.
And it's always somebody on the inside. That
yeah.
said, no, baby, you're doing it the wrong way. Let me show you how to do
this
it
way.
correct. Right. So...
Not everybody has that person that's going to say, "Oh, no, I work in the hospital." That's what I said. People got to be able, like
but
I
I'm
said,
glad you
awareness.
mentioned that because I know people going to rewind that part over.
Yeah, because you don't have to do dialysis. You don't have to do chemotherapy. There's other ways. But like I said, it depends on the person. But there's other ways where I avoided that because Loop Kindness, I'm telling you, find out about Loop Kindness. Yes, okay. Because it works. You take it 3 times. Yeah, 2 times a day, 3 in the morning, 3 in the evening. And it helps your kidneys.
How many milligrams?
7.0, I think. Yes, I believe it's 7.0. To be exact.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, Loop Kindness. And they was telling me, "Oh, your health insurance don't cover it. Oh, you can't get it."
Don't even give me
so when I got the waiver, I couldn't stop thanking my aunt. I get it for free now.
What they want to cover, what you got to come out of pocket, especially when Benlysta first came out. And for those who don't know what Benlysta is, it was the first drug about 12 years ago because I ended up being pregnant with Analea when I first did my trial and I was scared. And then I found out that I was pregnant. I already had one round of the treatment.
Right.
And then my doctor was like, no, we have to take, because we don't know how safe it is. And again, lucky that nothing happened because later on they found out that if you were pregnant, you would end up miscarrying.
Wow.
So my baby was meant to stay. But I was lucky. I was very lucky. But going forward, those medications, the Benlysta helps with the lupus, but what they don't tell you is that it also causes depression, severe suicide.
A lot of side effects. Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because I want to ask y'all guys something. Do y'all have mood swings?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
And it's real nasty, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I thought I was by myself.
No. You're not alone. That's another reason why we got to do lupus awareness.
1,000 in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And it could be the littlest thing.
Yes.
And it's just one of those things where you don't have any control about it.
And people don't understand that. So why make us mad? Don't make me mad.
People make you mad on purpose because, again, I have small ones. I have a 12 and a 9-year-old, and they do things like children normally do.
Yeah.
But mama, I'm OCD. I like my house clean. Put it here, put it in the sink. You use it, wash it. That's just me.
And fill up the ice tray.
Amen.
Heck, that's a problem. Right. That's why I got an ice machine.
This episode of Live from Bedford Stuyvesant is brought to you by Mom's Pharmacy, 745 Ralph Avenue, and another location in 235 Utica Avenue. This is not your typical Walgreens. Black-owned, woman-operated. This is where I get my medications from. You might as well, too.
We the best of friends.
You can't leave like 1 or 2 ice cubes in there and then
It's so embarrassing when somebody be like, you got ice, you going looking for my kids and fill up the tray.
I have a saving grace because one of my bonus babies, he work at Sonic, so he brings mama 2 big bags of
ice.
Sonic ice. Yes, that's the best kind of ice. If you like,
I never tasted.
It's refined ice, so it's almost like when you know ice chips when you pregnant and you
yes,
ready.
Those?
Yes,
those.
Yes, it's that type of. Yes, it's the best thing ever. Especially when, I need to do homework and I need to crunch to get through these 2 hours of...
Your teeth don't get cold?
No, ma'am.
My teeth get cold.
I eat ice all day long.
But doesn't that mess up, like chips your teeth?
It's soft ice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the sonic ice is like shaped like how we would do snow cone. It's that soft. So it's.
I love snow cones. Now that's the ice I could bite.
Just add a condensed.
Yeah, that's the soft little slushy,
Yeah, I can
slushy
eat that. I like that. Ever since I was a kid. So do y'all eat ice cream?
A little bit.
I eat non-dairy.
Maybe the non-dairy wouldn't be fat.
With what's going on with my stomach, I can't with my liver issues and my kidneys. No.
I can't digest meat, period. That's why I haven't ate meat since I was like, pork since I was 16, meat since I was 22.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to start staying away from meat because I have scoliosis and it's very hard to... I didn't know what types of food that I could actually eat because I know certain types of food get stuck in the middle of my back, and when I'm eating, it's so painful that sometimes I don't even finish the meal. So I got to really figure out what's going on with that and try to...
What about garlic? Do you eat garlic?
Yes.
Oh, but
You know we're not supposed to eat garlic, right?
Right. Garlic is good.
We're not supposed to eat
I thought
garlic.
it was good for you.
No, not for us. Not if you got lupus.
Oh, because of lupus. Okay.
No garlic.
But before the lupus, then it was okay for us.
Yes.
Before the diagnosis.
It says, the 5 things we should avoid is the sunlight. We all know that.
Okay.
Garlic,
Okay.
alfalfa sprouts, and what is it? Enichia?
What's
I'm
that?
pronouncing it right?
What is
You know that tea they have. It's like a herb. That herb,
okay.
and antibiotics.
Oh, okay.
Because the antibiotics wipe out whatever little
Right.
immunity we have.
Yeah, because our body lets the germs grow instead of attacking the germ, it attack us. So we
at
have
war with ourselves.
Right. We've been eating alive from the inside. Yeah. What about well, I got SLE, so I have multiple problems all over. One year is the belly, next year is the knee, and it goes around for me. It never stay like at the same place all the time.
I just recently started
and I'm grateful
going with
for
the
that.
knee pain.
Right.
Yeah.
My left one is bothering now. Been swelling. I've been doing exercise on it, stretching.
And you ever
rubbing it down,
walk? Sorry to cut you. You ever walk and you feel like you're about to fall? Like your knee go out on you?
Yeah, buckle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going through that recently too from last year. But that wasn't happening
And what do you
before.
do? You have a brace?
No, my dad actually called me yesterday and told me to get a copper fit, I believe it was called. Copper fit.
I'm about
knee
to
brace.
get me one too because on my bad days, that buckle hurts really bad.
And then you can fall.
Yes.
You can lose your balance. But
Yep.
I already know because I already replaced my left knee in 2017 because it was bone on bone. So when the cartilage is done, there is no hope. You have to replace it. So it's titanium at this point. So my right is the same thing.
I got artificial gel put in my right one like 5 years ago, so it doesn't bother me. My insurance paid for 10 treatments. I only did 3 because it started changing the color of my skin. The doctor said no, but I didn't do this one.
Oh, okay.
You understand? Now this one's giving me a problem. Thinking about before I go that route to do it again and see what happens.
So what is the knee replacement? What is that, like a metal? Like what did they
It's
replace?
titanium. It's an artificial knee. They take out your old one, they cut it out, and they put in a titanium knee.
So when they
cut
can't
it
go
out,
to
they
medical
I
practice.
can, but I have to tell them I have a card that I have to present. So even when I catch flights and stuff like that, I have to tell them about that one and the one in my wrist.
So do you beep at the
Yes.
when you shopping too?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's not even funny. You know, I know you for all these years, and certain things that you're telling me now, it's like, what? I didn't know all this.
Those are the cards that you're dealt. So what am I? Okay, so these are my cards. I can either choose to deal with them, or I could choose to lay down and cry. I'm gonna pick up my cards and roll and just make the best of it. That's just
I
what
cry
that
a lot
is.
though, but I still, I still go with it and, do what I have to do. Like even with the laundry. I be at the laundry, I be at the supermarket.
Drop him. I already told you about that.
You
Drop
did?
him, pick up. No.
I did the drop off a little bit, but I don't know. I just love to do my own lunch, and then sometimes I gotta remember that I have lupus because sometimes I get a little carried away because they say you can't lift a certain amount of pounds.
And then you also have that day where you feel like you could take on the world.
Yes,
and then you
I have a
crash out
good
for the
day.
rest of the week.
Yep,
No,
and I'll
don't
be
do
like,
that.
I'll be at the laundromat, then I do the
save
grocery
that.
shopping, then I'm at work, and I'm like, wait a minute, why am I so exhausted? I did like 3 things in one day.
Right.
When I should have just tackled one and then 2 days later, tack on another one.
You got to make a list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And do things to your list, and then how you feel. And then be realistic.
You're right. Like I said,
that list.
I got to remember I can't do what I used to do before. And I could do it, but not all in the same day.
Yes. You got to spread it out
That's
during
the
the
problems
week.
when you're a mama. You want to do it all before the baby's
And everything's a schedule. Okay, I got to get Erica at 2:20. So at 10, I'm doing laundry. At 12, I'm doing this. And then, I got to hurry eat lunch because... And if something goes wrong between that time frame...
Don't get a call from the school that the baby's sick or the baby needs something or they
Let
need
something
you to
take
come
you
in
off
and
of
do
that schedule.
Of course, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. Those
It's
are the
hard,
things that we got to
though.
contend with.
Yeah.
Well, me, I was rushing one day and fell and broke my collarbone.
Oh, man.
Because they told me my son had an asthma attack at school.
When we hear about our kids, that's it. Everything stops.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be about ourselves, but not when it comes to our kids. Yeah.
I think my kids is a little jealous over my grandson because that's my boy. You
That
know?
you treat him like he's your kid.
Different now.
You know?
Yeah.
Y'all
The
old.
grandparents,
Y'all love
they
my
more
grandson.
tend to the grandkids than your regular kids.
I ain't there yet, but my oldest says she ain't having any kids, but we'll see.
I want a granddaughter so bad.
Uh-oh.
I do. I do so bad. I want a granddaughter. But it looks like they ain't happening because my daughter said no.
Everybody says they don't have kids. Your daughter said.
Look at the way the world is. Look at the school system.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true, too.
You know, we have a lot just to deal with our illnesses and the things that are out there. And now these babies are dealing with different things now than when we were coming up with.
Yeah. Generation is different.
Yeah, everything is different.
Mm-hmm.
The food, too.
Even the way they have to explain us. I remember Leilani always explaining her mother to her friends or to her teacher, or why mommy wasn't there, or why mommy couldn't be there.
Right.
And the
that
guilt
shouldn't
from
be nobody's
that,
business. Yeah.
It's not even about somebody's business, but at the end of the day, you know what? This is what this child is going through, and it's real.
Right.
She's acting up because she's worried about her mother being in a hospital, her mother going through surgery.
Mm-hmm.
That's real. Her truth is real. That's real.
And that's
pain.
another reason why I want to do the kids segment too. Because one time I was like 10 minutes late, I believe, to pick up my daughter. She was crying, and I'm like, "What happened? Something happened at school." And I'm thinking of something from the school.
No, she thought you forgot something happened to you.
She thought, yeah. She said, "Mommy, did you have a doctor's appointment? Was you in the emergency room?" She's like, "Why you late?" I was like, "No, I just the traffic from Walmart."
When I used to celebrate Christmas, I know that hurting my kids when I was in the hospital because I wasn't there to watch them open up their toys.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know they felt the way about that.
Yeah.
Mommy always
We're
was
always
here,
there.
and now she not. 3 Christmases in a row. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I have something for you. I know we wore our little Lupus shirts, but I ordered something for you. So.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. A Lupus Warrior shirt.
Yes.
You know, this
Brave,
symbol
strong,
right here,
and
I
indestructible.
would be in the trades. You used to see the lady in a construction site making that. Wow,
I remember you
this is
spoke
so
with me
nice.
about that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And also, I don't know if
This is my
everybody
first
could
shirt.
see.
That's your first shirt?
My first shirt.
I figured that. That's why I said, she was like, "Oh, I'll pay for mine." I was like, "No, I got you."
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. And the shirt that I have
so
on,
grateful.
I don't know, it says fine, but it also has words that describes feeling foggy, hurting, fighting, sleepy,
Yes.
in pain, not quitting, unable to work, still hopeful, exhausted, anxious, strong, stressed. Lupus Warrior. It's a lot that we go through, but we still fight. You can't give up.
And we fight with a smile.
Yes, I'm trying to smile.
Smile all the time.
And don't make it so sad. Make it fun. You see me? I ordered my hat. I like Kangos from back in the days. You order your hats,
I
order
don't
your
like
shirts.
bucket hats.
You don't like hats, but you got your
bucket hat. I'm not talking to
there's
him.
other things you can
I
do.
don't
Look
like
at y'all
no bucket
turban, the urbans. You know, do the rap. They have different things you could get.
But it looks nice on you, though.
Right. It's nice meeting you, Lady Supreme.
It's nice meeting you, too.
Thank you, girls, for coming out.
You.
Yes.
I appreciate you.
Yes, I
Tell me a
know.
story.
Y'all my sisters for life.
Amen.
So our episode today was hard to bear. Never mind the statistics. The statistics is ridiculous. It's worldwide. So I had a panel of women of color, which is almost like 2 out of 3 women who are going through this condition. We're hearing about a woman taking 25 different medications for one organ. It's ridiculous. We heard about a woman being paralyzed. This is why I'm here. This is why I did this episode today. For these women, these warriors that are out here that are fighting every day, every second. And I know these women personally. These women are not strangers to me. So when we see these women, make sure you salute them. And that's all I got to say for today, man. It's just, it's heart-wrenching, man. And I just want to thank my guests for coming on, being brave, being the warriors that they are. And we're going to make sure that their stories are told. This is why we're here. My Block TV and live from Bedford Stuyvesant.